Rome wasn't built in a day, but when it was great. It would be the greatest city in the world for centuries. In fact, most of the world would come to know Rome as the world. That's right. The year is 27 BC. Octavian has just defeated his rival Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium. With this victory, Octavian has become the undisputed master of the Mediterranean. His empire stretches from Spain to Egypt. But although he rules over 3 continents, most of his power is concentrated in Italy. Italy in the ancient world was kind of like Greece in the Persian Wars. Everyone was always picking on it. In the 3rd century BC, Rome was a republic ruled by an elite class of landowners. But as Rome grew in power, it encountered more and more threats from ambitious neighbors: Carthage, Macedon, Sparta, even the Egyptian pharaohs. By the end of the 2nd century BC, Rome had fought 3 major wars against these powers and emerged victorious. But this constant warfare had its consequences. As the Republic expanded, its army grew in size and became more professional. The Roman legions were the best fighting force in the Mediterranean. But as the army grew, so did the number of generals vying for command. Many generals, including Marius, Sulla, and Pompey, used their armies to seize power in Rome. Civil war and instability became commonplace. And when a brilliant general named Julius Caesar seized power in 49 BC, he was assassinated by a group of senators led by his rival Pompey. Enter Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and heir. Octavian defeated Pompey and established the Roman Empire in 27 BC under the rule of Augustus. The first emperor of Rome, the empire reached a golden age of peace and prosperity. This era, known as the Pax Romana, lasted for 2 centuries and saw the construction of magnificent public works, the spread of Roman culture, and the growth of cities throughout the empire. But all good things must come to an end. In the 3rd century AD, Rome faced a series of crises that threatened to tear the empire apart: the economic crisis, a military crisis, and a political crisis. The price of grain, which fed the poor in Rome, skyrocketed, leading to riots and instability. The Roman army, once the envy of the Mediterranean, was now stretched too thin to defend the empire's vast borders, and the political crisis was even worse. As the emperors grew weaker, the power of the central government declined and was replaced by the power of the provinces. Soon the empire was being ruled not by one emperor in Rome, but by several kings in the provinces. In 284 AD, Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into 2 halves: the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. In the West, Rome would eventually collapse due to a combination of factors: the decline of trade, the loss of agricultural productivity, and the invasions of Germanic tribes. On September 4th, 76, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by the Germanic general Odoacer. Although the Western Roman Empire had fallen, the Eastern Roman Empire would continue to thrive for another 1,000 years. The ruins of the Roman Empire can still be found throughout Europe and the Middle East, and its legacy can be seen in the languages, customs, and laws of many modern nations.